Actually, hi guys, Aaron here. So in this video, I will explain the Inuktitut alphabet. So if you don't know, the Inuktitut syllabics or Konyo-Yakbait is an Abugida type writing system used in Canada by the Inuktitut-speaking Inuit of the territory of Nunavut and the Nunavik region in Quebec. The first efforts to write Inuktitut came from Moravian missionaries in Greenland and Labrador in the mid-19th century, using Latin script. The first book printed in Inuktitut using Cree script were selections from the Gospels in the dialect of the Inuktitut of Little Whale River. It is a very interesting alphabet. The first thing that you need to note is the Inuktitut alphabet or Konyo-Yakbait is in Abugida, which is a type of writing system that you modify the letter to add a vowel sound. In Inuktitut, you have to basically rotate the letter. You have to change the position of a letter to indicate the vowel that comes after the consonant. Like the first letter, which is silent, and it is used as a standalone vowel, that it is basically a triangle that if pointed left, it makes an A sound. Pointed up, it makes the I sound. And if pointed right, it makes an U sound. So here's how to write the letter. Next is pa, which makes the P sound, and its shape is similar to the silent letter, just without the base of the triangle. The orientation of the silent letter is the same. So here is how to write pa. Next is the letter ta, which makes the T sound. Its shape is very similar to pa, but it is more curved rather than the shape of a B. It has the same orientation as the first two. So here's how to write ta. Next is the letter ka, which makes a K sound. The positions are like the first three. In the A position, it looks like a lowercase b, but if you flip it upside down, it becomes ki, and if you flip it by its side and upside down, it becomes hu. So here's how to write ka. Next is ga, which makes the G sound, and when it's aligned in the A form, it looks like a horizontally flipped J. If you flip it horizontally, you get gu, and if you flip it upside down, you get gi. So here's how to write ga. Next is ma, which makes an M sound, and it looks like an L in the A form. If you flip it upside down, you get mi, and if you flip it horizontally and vertically, you get mu. So here's how to write ma. Next is na, which makes an N sound, and it looks like a narwhal in the A form. If you flip it upside down, you get ni, and if you flip it vertically and horizontally, you get nu. So here's how to write na. Next is sa, which makes an S sound, and it looks like a word snake with scoliosis. If you flip it upside down, you get si, and if you flip it upside down and flip it, you get su. So here's how to write sa. Next is la, which makes the L sound, and it looks like an L that has fallen in the A form. If you flip it upside down, you get li, and if you flip it upside down and flip it, you get lu. So here's how to write la. Next is ya, which makes a J sound. It is like a Yankee baseball player. It is not pronounced like ja, but rather like the Balkan J, which is pronounced ya. If you flip it upside down, you get yi, and if you flip it upside down and flip it, you get yu. So here's how to write ya. Next is va, which makes a V sound. It looks like a V pointed to the left in the A form with a small loop at the bottom part. And if pointed up, it is V, and if pointed right, it is vu. So here's how to write va. Next is ra, which makes the R sound, and it looks like a broken question mark sign. If it's pointing up, it is ri, and if it's pointing to the right, it is ru. So here's how to write ra. Next is ka, which makes a Q sound, and it is a ka, but a little ra at the top left. If If you flip it upside down, you get key. And if you flip it upside down and flip it, you get cool. So here's how to write ka. Next is ga, which makes an ng sound, and it is a ga, but with a small na with a hook-like tail on the top right. If you flip it, the ga upside down, you get gi, and if you flip it upside down and flip it, you get gu. So here's how to write ga. The next one is weird. It is nga, which makes a similar sound like ga, but the n is longer, and it is the same as nga, but there are two loops instead of one. If you flip the ga upside down, you get ngi, and if you flip it upside down and flip it, you get ngu. So here's how to write nga. And finally, there is hla, which is pronounced like a double L in Welsh, like in hlaw, the word for hand. It is pronounced by putting the tongue at the upper teeth and then pushing air through the sides of the tongue, like hla, hla, hla. It is the la, but has a small diagonal line at the end of the line. If you turn it upside down, you get hli, and if you turn it upside down and flip it, you get hlu. So here's how to write hla. So now you can read Inuktitut. Also, Inuktitut has long vowels. If you add a dot at the top of a letter, it becomes a long vowel, like va and not va. And if you want to write a consonant without a vowel right next to it, you just put that consonant but minimized at the top and facing in the A direction. It is the same for every letter except for ga and nga, which you basically take the weird end mark and just remove the ga altogether. So now try reading this word. It says Konyo-Yakpait, the name of the Inuktitut writing system. So that was the Inuktitut syllabics. Hope it was helpful. Tavawudit. Also check out my cousin's channel, Matthew Alvarez. The link will be in the description. That's the end of the video. Also subscribe and click the bell so you won't miss any videos. Also share this video to your friends so they can see it and they will subscribe to me.